For the most part of my life, I struggled with one thing. And that is putting a price tag on my own work. So I'm gonna show you how I build this thing and you tell me how much to charge for it. First, I tried those flap wheels with different grids. It was okay, but very slow. Then I decided to switch to wire brush and really loved the look it gave me, so I decided to use it for both walnut slabs. Had to grind away the high spots as nobody wants to be scratched during a romantic evening. And back to the wire brush to even out the texture. Entire process was so dusty that I had to move outside. Thankfully, it wasn't that cold, though a bit of shaking probably would help here. Because both slabs were twisted and quite heavy for me to carry, I thought of a brilliant idea to cut them all into smaller pieces. Plan was to save thickness after the planer. Then I realized that there is too much sapwood, and to make this thing look good, I will have to flip it upside down. That meant the beautiful live edge I was fighting for would become invisible. So I had to put fake live edge on top of the real live edge and repeat the whole brush thingy. Now, for each piece, I had to use shims and double-sided tape. By then, I had 19 pieces to work on, and I quickly realized I made a mistake cutting those too small. After that, another mistake was found: the snipe. I did try to align the wings, but it didn't help much. So I slapped a piece of melamine left from my closet build and tried again. It got better, but snipe was still there. Attempt to sand it off didn't give the flat surface I was looking for. Back to the planer and trying to put pieces close to each other, so that planer would think it's one board. A bit better, but somehow the planner knew I was cheating here. Just look at this beautiful live edge and the snipe from both sides. Obviously, I'm doing it all right. Had to continue anyways and take some time to think about the problem. A time-consuming but very satisfying process of preparing the pieces for epoxy. I'll just leave you alone here with those sounds. Decided to use a wood hardener for the sapwood as well as sealing the pores before epoxy. Quickly realized it soaks in so fast and I won't have enough to cover fully each piece. So some got just edges treated. And it's epoxy time. My camera died, so here is the clip with results. Then it was time to go back to planer again and fix that snipe situation. This time I took another melamine panel, added a little snipe catcher at the back, and put as many pieces as I could fit in front of it. That did solve the snipe problem, and I happily continued with CA glue to fill small holes. Some edges remained very soft, so I will have to get rid of the live edge for those. Also, some bug holes look terrible with black glue. Should have just used a sawdust and a regular glue for these. For the best looking edges, I continued to sand, brush, sand, clean, wire brush, and sand again. With my awesome looking tapering jig, I cut the pieces to its final size. Well, almost. White pencils definitely help, but I had to align each from underneath. My design calls for bevels, and I added a little jig on top of my tapering jig. A bit uncomfortable to clamp and align, but it did the job. And of course I had to mess up with something, 'cause why wouldn't I? Probably by now you could not guess what I'm making. Hang in there, the reveal is coming. Made a huge mess with MDF template. It's from scrap, but turned out okay and worked just fine. I keep those shavings in the jar. They're so pretty. And finally, you can see what I'm making. Yep, a tea light candle holder. This is my first product, and my online shop is still empty. But let me know how much you would pay for it, or how much would you charge for it. The final sanding. Now I get it why people hate sanding. But what has to be done, has to be done. And yes, I sanded inside each hole as well. Got some professional help with finishing the candle holders.
Oh, so satisfying. Ooh, satisfying. Goop, 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 goop. Okay, wait. Whoa!
That's okay. Keep going.
It was full scene.
Yeah. Don't worry. And packing was a blast.
This is easy.
Yeah. Stay tuned as I'm building my woodworking business in real time. And who knows where it all ends?
Geez, there was a bunch of stuff sticking out. It's a meh.
Nah?
No, it's a meh. A meh.
So you don't like it much?
It's just medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the people could roll out and it also like makes noise and stuff. We got a big book. This is harder than I thought.